Yeah. That's what it's designed for. Whereas some of the extreme music we like, if you showed it to a normal person, they would just think their speakers were broken. They would think,
they would just be like, "I have a headache now."
Yeah, this is designed to be the crazy, extreme, brutal shit. And the people who listen to it, I think they do that because they want to be into the most brutal shit.
But it's also so accessible to where it's just like, this is comical.
See, this has
it's like a cartoon of like a brutal band, but that's how with marketing and shit. And look, punk rock, God knows we do this in punk rock all the time. This is what I say about like being a frontman and shit is like, it's like being on Broadway. You know, you got to, people in the shitty seats got to be able to see the emotion in your face. You got to exaggerate everything. So this is like a hyper exaggerated version of something else, 10 times removed, so that the people with the shitty seats who don't know anything can receive this in the same way that we would receive like the Negative Approach 7-inch in a way.
Well, see, here's the it also helps that the music video for the song, it's got like a scary deer monster man.
I didn't watch it, but I already know what it looks like.
Vomiting blood, it looks like.
Is it AI generated?
Might as well be.
I mean, probably.
It should be.
Probably. Who fucking knows?
It should be.
I mean, the camera's shaking a lot, like an AI thing.
They're in a cave. I mean, they're all wearing like black shirts. I mean, to go back to the Poppy, I mentioned Poppy first, Knock Loose thing. They're all wearing like black shirts and like it's very choreographed. I think that's another thing about hardcore isn't like necessarily as choreographed. There's obviously style and fashion. Same with punk. But like
I would think punk can be choreographed, but kind of the point of hardcore is that it wasn't as much. I guess
not nearly as much.
I do like that. That's all it takes to be like a devil worshiper now. Is like, oh yeah, like I have a guitar and a black shirt and pants.
Yeah.
And,
I think so. Like a record that I really liked that came out not too long ago was the new Defeated Sanity record. If you're not familiar, they are a technical, sometimes progressive, brutal death metal band. It's been a band for around like 25 years or so, and they're really, really good. They're really heavy. And this, I think, this band, Whitechapel,
White Castle
could
Carolyn Kumar go to the Whitechapel concert.
your coworker wouldn't be able to discern too much of the differences, but Whitechapel, a band like Whitechapel, at least with probably the last 15 years or so of their band, has been able to like filter out all the stuff that Defeated Sanity is like embracing. I would say like Defeated Sanity is technical. It's hard to like listen to. It's really heavy, but there's no hooks, there's no choruses. There's like the breakdowns are challenging even on like a slam kind of level. And like this is kind of, it's similar, but again, they're still able to make sure that there's like some sort of a through line that like a heavy music fan like that isn't very familiar can like connect to.
It is, a lot of it does come down to production, because it is like, it's weird. It's really strange. Like bands like this, it's like brutal. Like I get why someone would hear this and think it's brutal. I certainly think it's like pretty annoying for one thing, but like, and like it sounds angry and brutal and like whatever, but again in like a
kind of way,
in a cartoonish way, like a fucking minstrel show. I don't know, but like it's because through the production and their performance, it's like they shaved off all the actual abrasive parts. Like there's punk shit I listen to that I know we all listen to, where it's like it's actually abrasive to listen to. Like they have these high frequencies on the guitars that suck to hear and are probably bad to listen. Like the Mentally Ill record, you mentioned that, and compared another record to that, like that's like actually abrasive. Like that sounds fucked up, or like Gizm or something.
Oh yeah,
this has every single. There is not a single like fragment of a speck of that kind of sound on this.
No, it's still like, yes, it's obviously trying to be heavy and be part of the like heavy music sound, but it is trying its best to be that while being as accessible and like
It's heavy,
you get
like
to
how
hear every note, like it's coming through very clean.
it's heavy, like how a beat. It's like I can't. I don't know that much about production, period, and certainly not about any of the stuff I'm about to talk about. But like, I feel like I'm wondering if the way I produce this would be that different than like if I was trying to make a beat I was going to sell someone. I feel like it might not be. Like it might kind of not be that different.